It's early spring and the Taylor River is up. The alders along the river edge haven't even thought about breaking bud yet. This used to be a logging road, but it's been abandoned for almost 50 years. It's getting overgrown in spots, but you can see that this bridge is still well intact. Yes, that is water you hear, and a lot of it. It's beautiful Otter Falls in all its glory. The wet winter has got this falls up to peak form. That's a lot of white water. The fauna of this northwest temperate forest is unbelievably lush. Here's a hemlock seedling established on the top of a stump. Here's one clinging to this bank. This one has found a rock. It's quite amazing how they can survive. After 4 miles on the trail, it's decision time. I think we'll go to the left. This Forest Service sign is just leaning up against this tree. It hasn't seen a post for a long time. This sign should have been a red flag for me as to the condition of this trail. I wanted to see Snoqualmie Lake, so I'm taking a chance. You're going to get exposed to a few of the obstacles that I encountered on this short 1.5-mile section of trail. It was definitely a challenge to follow the trail, especially when you had snow patches at the switchbacks. There's an abundance of these scenic creeks as I head up the trail. The bad news is most of these creeks aren't crossing the trail, but they're finding their way down the trail. Does he look wet? He is, but only on the outside, because I'm wearing my Gore-Tex rain gear. I like what I'm seeing there. It's actually a creek that's crossing the trail. Unfortunately, it's not the norm. Here is the norm, a nice little creek heading down to the trail and then following the trail and washing it out and making for wet boots. Here's another creek, and the bigger picture here isn't good. This picture is even worse. And whoa, yeah, and you'll see that this makes for an interesting obstacle course. This pretty creek fortunately had a pretty wood bridge across it. Unfortunately, that was the only bridge that I saw on this 1.5-mile section of trail. And then we come to slippery root staircase. Not only does it test your agility, but it tests your boots. This is quite the eyesore, washing out culvert and all. And just when you didn't think it was going to get any worse, it does. And here's another one that's not a pretty picture, and it's sort of compounded by the snowpack. I'm glad I don't have a heavy pack on my back. The trail switchbacks close to this raging creek. More than likely, I'm going to have to cross this guy further up the trail. You tend to wonder what the chances are of a nice looking crossing. The snowpack on the trail is an obstacle that's getting a little old, and it's only getting deeper. The good news there is, I know that obstacle is going to be gone in another month or two. Oh, what was that? I thought I saw something in there. Whoa, that's what I thought I saw. Whoa. And with that, it's time to forget about Snoqualmie Lake and head back down the hill. And I got a surprise obstacle I've been waiting to expose you to. That is blowdown. We're going to find out how much there is of it. Here I'm wading through some of the smaller, brushy stuff. This is a picnic compared to what waits ahead. Are you starting to get the big picture? There's a lot more ahead. They come in all shapes and sizes, and these look like pretty good size. These are the high overhead type. As I look up the trail, sort of afraid what I'm going to find, and yep, that's what I was afraid of. More blowdown. It looks like some of this stuff's been down for a few years. And look at that. I get to get washed off when I go into that log. Well, I wonder what's around the corner. Oh,
Surprise, surprise. More blowdown. Now it looks like the spidery branch variety. Yeah, you always got to be paying attention. Ooh, watch out for that stub. And then there's the furry debris. You don't want to trip on that stuff. And then voila. Wonder how the boss is gonna handle this. After surveying the obstacle, he makes it look easy. Oh boy, I just can't wait to see what's next. That's a keyhole blowdown. Wonder if it's big enough to let me through.
Well, I guess we're going to soon find out. No can do. And that's the way it's done. Well, let's see how we're going to handle this one. Oh, that was easy. Well, those aren't looking too easy. Looking back, but that's what we get to look forward to. As far as we can see. Well, that doesn't look too bad. Oh, that does. Whoa, there's a challenge there. It's not getting any easier to go under those things. I don't care how fast you go under them. And that's the way it's done. Alright, I'm going to make it look easy now. But it's not. It's getting old. And look at that. Almost like I've done it before. Oh yeah. Back at the staircase. Still wet and still slippery. And it's not any easier going down the steps. Oh, does he look wet and tired? He is. The mushrooms are still pretty much in hibernation. This is all I could find. The skunk cabbage, on the other hand, has definitely broken bud. Finding this trillium made my day. Just have to slow down and stop and take a look at what a good crossing looks like.